ads everywhere, really. Should we label genetically modified foods or not?
Well, now it turns out this ballot measure has become the most expensive in Oregon history. That is according to the Secretary of State.
So both sides of Measure 92 combined have raised a record amount, $17.2 million so far. Of that, $13.4 million have been spent, and then this is how it all breaks down. Supporters report raising $6.1 million, while opponents have raised $11.1 million. And our Amy Frazier is here now with more on what this kind of spending really means for the voters who are going to vote on it.
Yeah, that's right. It means you're being bombarded with ads both for and against GMO labeling. Despite all the money, especially on the no side, a political science professor I spoke with today says it's not necessarily a slam dunk for the no campaign.
These are regular corn seeds.
It's money used in part to tug at your heartstrings.
That would increase grocery prices for Oregon.
I wanted to know how record spending by supporters and opponents of Measure 92 could impact the outcome. So I sat down with PSU political science professor Richard Klukas for some perspective.
So I'm not one who believes that automatically a lot of spending is bad. More spending can mean more knowledge.
Especially in this case when he says both sides have raised significant money.
The more money that goes into a campaign, the more you're going to hear about it from both sides.
We looked at the Oregon Election Division's website today and found $11.1 million has been raised by the No on 92 campaign. Our news partners at the Portland Tribune looked at the contributors, which include food manufacturers and biotechnology groups.
So even though there's all this money, even that money is going to make it more likely, that it'll be defeated, doesn't ensure its defeat.
In fact, he says $6.1 million for the Yes campaign is still a significant amount. Contributors include consumer groups and organic processors.
Since it's not just entirely one-sided spending, voters are going to hear messages then from both sides. They're going to hear one side telling them how important it is that we label these foods, another side saying how much trouble this is going to be and how much it's going to cost. Because the spending is not entirely one-sided, you are then able to hear a little bit from both sides.
We found out most of the money for both sides is coming from out of state.
Are you surprised about that?
Not one bit. In fact, our industry base here is only so big. I mean, we do have farmers, but corporations our corporate headquarters are not here for these major food manufacturers, and for those who support labeling, those organizations are not all based here.
Family farmers support labeling.
It's also a big issue nationwide.
I do think some people see Oregon as being a trend-setting state on this issue.
And he tells me expect to see even more money coming in for this campaign up until Election Day. We will continue to track this hot button issue. Amy Frazier, KOIN 6 News.